and welcome back to the Hermitcraft FTB server. In recent days, there hasn't been a whole lot of anything going on here, at least not that I've been doing, and that's not exactly the way I wanted it to be, but you know how things work out. Anyway, not a whole lot has changed in there yet. I've gotten some more patterns in the pattern mechanism for the auto crafting system. And I've actually let this thing run out of materials because it's been producing so much so quickly that I don't particularly need it right at the moment. I will, but right now, no. Right now, I'm curious. I've gotten out the goggles of revealing again for the first time in a while. And I'm kind of curious because there was a time not too awfully long after I arrived in this area where right here I grew a silverwood tree, and that created a new pure node, and you'll notice that there is no node there. As a matter of fact, if there was, you'd be able to see it because I've got the goggles of revealing on. And what this thermometer tells me is that the nearest node, the one that rates 582, is over here, over this way, and you can see it right there. And that's all fine and dandy, but you can tell by looking at it, it is not a pure node. And the way you can tell that is that it doesn't have this kind of a starburst pattern going on inside of it. So, what I propose to do is to create a pure node. And to that end, I have been collecting silverwood saplings in a mistcraft age. I've got 19 of them. I'm going to pop one right down, right here. And let's see. Pretty sure I have this thing. If I don't have it in my bag. Ah, here we are. Hoe of growth. This will promote the growth of plants, even silverwood saplings. So we just right click on that. Bingo. Now I'm going to get out my axe of the stream, and I'm going to cut this sucker down. You see right there, that is a node that wasn't there a little bit. It has a strength of 82, and you can see the starburst pattern going on inside of it. It is a pure node. This is the good kind. It removes flux. So now I'm going to hang out here. I'm going to wait for this tree's leaves to despawn, and then I'm going to plant another one. And I'm going to grow the node, because when you get two nodes merging, they combine. It produces a larger node, and so on. So what I want to do is get this node grown up to where it is larger than that 582 some node over that way. And if I can do this successfully, produce a significantly decent sized pure node, then I want to do it again somewhere else. Well, in the meantime, I'm going to let this sucker despawn. The leaves fall and catch any saplings that come down, and then I'm going to plant another one, and I'm going to repeat this up to 18 more times depending on how many saplings I get, maybe more. Alright, it has all despawned. It didn't get any saplings this time, but that's alright. So plant another one, growth it, well, if I use the right tool. And the node is now 123. Let's go ahead and chop this one down. And wait for another one's leaves to despawn. Alright, got another sapling out of that one. And this time I'm going to try an experiment here. I'm going to pop one right here, use the hoe of growth on it. And then I'm going to pop another one right over here I'm going to go ahead and whole of growth it. Now I'm going to cut both of them down. Okay, we have a node right here, an 84 node. And let's see. We have our 151 node here. It's visibly smaller right now because it's, as you can see by the lower left corner, the vis is very low. And as it recharges, it will grow back to its normal apparent size. And now I'm going to wait for the saplings to fall from both trees, and also I'm going to watch, because I believe when that, if I'm not mistaken, when this node returns to full strength, this one over here, being smaller, will move towards it and merge with it. And let's see, we're up, it's up to 46. And it seems to be gaining at a reasonable pace as long as I don't use anything that requires vis. And so we'll just wait for it to grow back to full strength and see if the other one moves over here and merges with it. Whoop, got a sapling here. I'll take all of those I can get. Any of them over here? Not yet, at least. All right. This one is almost back up to strength. And so a little bit more of waiting game. Alright, this one is back up to full strength. So let's see if this one is moving. If I can get a good spot here. And I'll just AFK in front of this thing for a few minutes and see if it's moving at all. Okay, what was that? Something hit me, but I don't see anything. I don't see any wisps. As I understand it, this kind doesn't generate wisps. Okay. Alright. I'm going to proceed with the next step. Throw another sapling down here. Hoe of growth it. Cut it down. And continue as before. The node strength is up to a maximum of 173, and that was the sound of a wisp. I'm pretty sure. Okay. You can see it's drawing energy from that other node over there to recharge itself. And yes, I hear that hollow toilet bowl sound that has to do with a wisp being generated. It's still a pure node. There's a wisp up there. And there's the proof. Okay. So wisps can happen around pure nodes. But as I understand it, they're not nearly as bad of a problem as the other kind. Meanwhile, this guy, I'm not sure. I think it's moving. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm going to put a torch right here underneath of it, and we'll see. Meanwhile, I'm going to wait for this one's leaves to pop and pick up any saplings, and then repeat as before. Okay, I just noticed this. There's where the node was. You can see it's moving. The smaller one is now moving towards the larger one. Now the larger one is 192. The smaller one is 84. Boom. They have combined right here at 219. Alright. Right in the middle of my nether wart, but alright, that's cool. I guess they kind of met halfway. So, let's pop another tree. Well, that spot's got leaves that need to fall, so we'll put another one here. Cut this tree down. And that one's max has already moved up. The node moved over from here into there already. Alright. Very cool. Alright. I'm going to let these leaves despawn before I do any more. Alright. Area's cleared. I'm going to put another one right here, because I want this thing to move back in this direction. I actually do kind of want it right in front of my door here. So, do that. Cut the sucker down. And here they merge right there. Top end is 269 now. Getting there. I want to do this until the top end, the maximum on this node here, is a good 600 or more. It needs to be larger than any other node in this area. So, once again, I wait for leaves to despawn, and I'm going to be making up another hoe of growth because this one's about shot. Alright, I picked up another sapling, and I made up a new hoe, so let's go ahead and get another one going. And get this cut. And it doesn't look physically very big, but it has a 298 vs level. So now I just need to let this one's leaves despawn. And while that's happening, the node will recharge, and we'll get ready to do this again. Okay, it's been long enough for everything to despawn up there, and the node has recharged completely, so let's go again. This is now a 322 strength node. We're getting there. We're a little over halfway there to what I want to do. And now back to the waiting game. Alright. It has been a long couple of hours, but I have built this node up to 552 max and bought off a few wisps. And I think, honestly, though, that once it stabilizes and things stabilize with the surrounding nodes, then this angry black lightning coming out of it, and the nodes will stop, and it'll just be normal. In any event, it's been a good 2 hours, like I said. And, well, oh, yeah, of course. I go to show it, and it doesn't happen. But just a minute ago, I went to open a chest, and it took 3 minutes to open. And that means that the lag is setting in for me, and when that happens, it sets in for the night. So I think between that and the fact that I've been at this for something over 2 hours right now, I think what I'm going to... Okay, it's grown. It's got up to a 575. Go ahead and cut it down. I didn't expect it to grow that fast by itself without the hoe of growth, but the hoe of growth no longer has enough durability to do anything. So I'll plant another one down here. Well, no, I'll wait for those leaves to despawn. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hang around here, wait for these leaves to despawn, pick up any saplings, plant another one, and then I'm going to call it a night. And I know that makes for a shorter than usual episode, and I'm sorry about that, but like I said, when that lag sets in like that, then it's only a matter of time before this thing gets to be totally unplayable for me. Alright, it is now the next morning, and as you can see here, looking in the lower left corner, this node now has a maximum of 596, which is up just a little bit from the 582 that's the maximum over there. So, once again, drop another sapling down here, hit it with a hoe of growth, cut the tree down. We now have a maximum size on the node of 623. So it's gotten to be a pretty good sized node. There's lots of silverwood tree here. I have collected quite a lot of silverwood saplings out of this, and I've been dumping them into my sorting bag so that they're in the AE system. And coming up with quite a bit of saplings, a fair amount of essences, wispy essences and stuff. And it's doing pretty good. So what I'm going to do later today is I'm going to head over here into a Mistcraft Age that I made specifically for the purpose of collecting silverwood saplings. Right over here, age 215. And in this age, I've been harvesting silverwood trees and collecting the saplings and so on. And I'm going to be doing that later today. I'm not going to right now. It's early in the morning for me right now. But I just wanted to check on that node, see how that was doing. With it being up over 600 now, it is guaranteed to be the largest Aura node in the region, pretty much. And so, once again, I hang out looking for saplings. Here's one. And this is big enough, I might get another sapling out of it. So I'll be waiting for saplings, and I'm going to pop down at least one more before I log out and get this video put together. And then after I've gathered together and got more saplings, got myself up to about 20 or 25 saplings, then we're going to do this grow the pure node thing again somewhere else. And maybe do something else at the same time while we're waiting for these things to grow. So that's it for right now. As I said, it's a shorter video than normal, but extenuating circumstances, this process takes a long time. Alright, thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here.